Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Well, we are doing this a little early this morning, but that's good. We're all here. And I wanted to say thank you guys last night for joining Jason and Gelsey for Anchor Watch. If you guys did not catch their Anchor Watch, then definitely go be a part of the replay crew. And then tonight, which I'm super, super excited about, we have another live watch party chat, which they have been so much fun. If you guys are not joining, you definitely need to go join, but you guys can go to upandadam.com, well, upandadamlive.com, click on the chat, and you can see that it opens tonight at 9 p.m. and closes at 10. And of course, there's a schedule there as well, but it's free. All you have to do is go on and just log on from your computer. I think that's the best way to do it. But with that, we have some Valley stuff to get into. So smash the like button, show some love, and let's get right in. Shall we? I think we shall. All right, guys. So last night's episode of The Valley, we're playing the after show clips, but there were a few things. Like one, Jesse's pulling Aaron aside. You know that Jesse Lally was with Michelle. They were married, but Jesse feels like Aaron, the one in the middle, had a hand in the role of the dissolution of their marriage. And so he pulled him aside to express that he's pretty frustrated over their relationship while, kind of ensuring that Aaron is mindful around Jesse's daughter, Isabella. So he challenged Michelle's judgment, saying that she's short-sighted and saying that he pretty much expects clear boundaries. Now, I don't like Jesse on the show. I think Jesse comes off very narcissistic. I think that he comes off like a Peter Pan syndrome F-boy. Those are my opinions. I'm not saying that that is who he is. These are just my opinions. That is okay. I'm allowed to have my opinions. But however, on the other side, if you're going to be around my daughter and I had a daughter and I know that my ex, like say Jason and I had a daughter and Jason now is bringing my daughter, our daughter, around a new man, yeah, we're going to have a conversation. I have no problem sitting down with you. I want to know how you feel, what you think. Do you have any knowledge of raising a child? What if my child is sick? If there's something wrong, would you call me? I want an open dialogue. I want to know, do you have a background, like a history? Have you ever been arrested? If you were arrested, what were you arrested for? What is your relationship with children? I would want to know every fucking thing. So for that, I actually really commend him because I think that I would be the same way as a father. I mean, I'm not a father, but I know I definitely would be the same way. I'd be like, you're not bringing some random asshole around my kid. Like, that's not happening. But, when you get a divorce, you kind of gotta play it to the masses over here. But as far as Jax, he apparently broke down last night. I saw this. I mean, he arranged to sit down lunch with Brittany to discuss their divorce and co-parenting, and she skipped out because fans were DMing her photos of Jax partying and drinking post-rehab, and she made it very clear why she was not showing up. She's like, you're out with girls, you're out acting like a drunk asshole, you're acting like a mess. People are sending me videos, they're sending me DMs, and I even asked this in the live watch party chat last night. Do you guys think that she was more upset that he was seen with girls, or do you think that he was more upset that, or she was more upset that he was drinking? And I think it's an element of both. I think for her, she's incredibly upset over the fact that, based off of what she's saying, and I don't know this to be true, you have not even reached out trying to see your son. So if you're not trying to see your son, why the are you out with these women and partying and drinking and getting shit-faced when you're fresh out of rehab and like you're going to Jax's? It's like what I never understood when the Vanderpump Rules cast would come to Tom Tom or Pump, they would sit there, some of them, not all of them, but they would sit there and they would be so annoyed. Like, all of these people are coming up to me. And I'd be like, then just go next door to Rocco's or go to the Abbey, go somewhere else where nobody gives a shit who you are. Like, why are you coming in here and being so annoyed that people are coming up to you when in all actuality, people are coming here to see you. And that applies to Jax's. Like, if Jax goes to Jax's, people are hoping to see Jax at Jax's because it is named after Jax. That's fucking common sense. Like, very moronic behavior, honestly. But he did push back on this. He stated that, you know, he spends his private time and how he spends it. It shouldn't influence their divorce decisions because, you know, it's them deciding to split and they truly should be able to do whatever they want to do. And that's a point too. But again, I think that this comes back to the welfare of their child. Truly, but I don't know. I'm just guessing. So please, guys, in the live chat, if you guys have something, let me know. You got something, say something. But what I did like was during the Maui trip, it seemed like Janet did have some sort of like off-putting apology to Nia, and it got a little emotional. And I think they got a little bit irrational during the girls' dinner. But she did blame it on being drunk, and Nia was pretty cautious about it, noting that it happened early in the night, kind of implying that, well, how were you drunk so early? But what I didn't understand was the hypocrisy of the simple fact that, like, you're saying, okay, well, I was drunk and I got mean and nasty with you and I was drunk and that's why I did it. But then yet you're also going in on dark side Danny. So now you're contradicting yourself in your stance for Danny, because if you're going to sit there and take shots at him for being what you're calling an alcoholic or somebody who's abusing a substance or being a drunk asshole, then you cannot exhibit yourself in the same way, the same manner, and act like a drunk asshole, because what that's doing is completely negating your argument. So why are you doing that? Like, this doesn't take a genius to figure out. But it was at the girls' dinner at El Coyote. That's where Janet lashed out at Kristen about rumor spreading. She also went in on Nia. I mean, it was uncomfortable. But then what else was uncomfortable was Jesse hosted a men's group meeting, and this was led by his, I think it's an accountability coach, Scott, which had very like weird, awkward rituals. It just, to be honest with you, I thought it was a waste of a moment. I even thought that the field day was a waste of a moment. I felt like it was all filler. I just didn't get it. But we're going to see how this ends up playing out. I thought that was a total freaking waste. But hold on.
Supposed to meet up. Everything was going fine. She was just, I'm not coming. What? Everybody's blindsided. I think you guys were even blindsided by it. You're not going to come.
Okay, so he's saying everybody was blindsided by the fact that she didn't come. And I don't think that everybody was blindsided by it. I think that he was blindsided by it. And I think that she was like, well, why am I going to go somewhere?
In the tabloids that I was hanging out with somebody or saw somebody that I think maybe saw me with a girl at my bar or something like that. And it just, it pissed her off.
Jax, after he got out, was just constantly lying to me. And he had already started partying again, already started drinking again.
I mean, the fact that he was still, I think it was like after our field day, he was like, hey guys, like to the guys, like, you guys want to go get beers? And I'm like,
I know. What? Did he say that?
I had people all in my DM saying how bad he was the night before, how he was with all these girls, parading these girls around. And it was just like, I'm just not ready for this. And I wanted him to be sitting his ass there.
We were supposed to meet up. Everything was going fine. She was just, I'm not
waiting on me because.
I mean, to be honest with you, no, you can't have your cake and eat it too. But also what she's saying right now is, well, why are you doing that?
So I stood his ass up and I would have done it again.
So you don't think the 30 days in rehab changed Jax?
No. Absolutely not.
I didn't see like a drastic change.
No, I didn't see a change at all then.
No.
I think that him going back the second time actually did more than the first time.
I think I've worked really, really hard on my sobriety. It didn't happen the first time. It, happened the second time. What I mean by that is I had to go to rehab twice.
I think it's changed a little.
Yeah, for the worse. I've never seen someone so angry that literally is given 3rd, 5th, 19th chance on a platter and just wants to take that platter and throw it away. Wants to on that platter. That was graphic.
I love you.
As a friend, it seems like he's making great progress. But from when I talk to Brittany about it, she's always like, no, he's not changed one bit. He's the exact same person.
Waiting on me because he deserves.
I think Brittany is angry that I think that I am doing well. I think it's backfiring on her. I think she wanted to see me fail, to say, see.
Even to this day, I still want him to get help more than anybody in this world. I want him to be a better person more than anybody in this world. We're never going to get back together. But how much easier will my life be if he gets his together?
She's angry. And she's always going to be. No matter what I do right now, I can be perfect and a saint, in which I'm trying to be. She'll find one little thing and pull that thread and be like, see, he's done this and this. Well, it's just not really a big deal, you know? Oh, you didn't call me back. Why? Oh, my God, you're with another girl. Like blowing up over little things.
I still have a lot of healing to do. You're not with somebody for 10 years and then just like, poof, it's all gone, you know? So I do have a lot of stuff I have to work on with myself. But I don't like care so much anymore. Like it was really hard to see him with other women and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. But now I look at these girls and I'm like,
I think Brittany is angry.
Please have him.
God, he could be your problem now because I dealt with it for far too long.
Okay, it seems like he's trying to be a better person, but it's like we've been on this path as long as I've known him, like going on 13, 14 years now. So it's hard to believe, but also at the same time, I've never known Jax to be sober. You know, I've never known him as a sober person. So maybe, hopefully, finally, a second time in rehab and him realizing that he could lose everything, maybe he is changing.
I honestly think I'm the best I've ever been right now. And you know, whatever you want to think or say, I think I'm best I've ever been. I feel great. I'm doing well. I go to my therapy.
Okay. We're going to stop it there. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section. Jesus Christ. Smash the like button. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you later. Bye.